those flowers. In fact, we are all much bigger than that.
And the chairman of the board turns 80. Two of his biggest fans pay tribute.
It's 2:45.
Oh, yeah.
There's no one in the place except you and me.
They sparkle, they glitter. They are said to be a girl's best friend. They're diamonds. Some of the most famous diamonds come with romantic pedigrees. Others have been the bounty of countless wars, or the treasure of royalty, or gifts between lovers. Some are rumored to carry curses, others divine blessings. One such famous diamond, the Koh-i-Noor, rests in the crown of the British Queen Mother. Recut to a humble 108 carats, the diamond was once owned by the Emperor Babur, the Shahs of Persia, and the Maharaj of the Punjab. It is said that whoever owns the Koh-i-Noor rules the world. Then there's the Hope Diamond, also dubbed the Diamond of Disaster. The dark blue diamond is reputed to bring bad luck to its owners. One such fatality was the Mademoiselle Ladrée, an actress at the Folies Bergère, shot on stage by her lover, a Russian prince, the first time she wore the Hope. These two humble stones, granted they're not the bounty of princes, are Ontario's contribution to the crowded pantheon of famous diamonds. These pebble-sized rocks caused a stir because of where they were found, or rather, where they shouldn't have been found. Wawa, Ontario, located near the shores of Lake Superior, is a small mining and lumber town where there is burgeoning international interest in some very ordinary-looking rocks.
Every diamond seems to be renowned for its famous owner. The Wawa diamonds were discovered by a somewhat humble prospector, Mickey Clement, a third-generation prospector.
It's not easy looking for diamonds. I sooner look for the gold. At least gold, when you can trace it, you can find it, you look in the rock, and I know what I'm looking for. But diamonds is totally a different game looking for them. In 1991, I took hundreds of samples, at least 100. And this is the way I took them in river streams, and sometimes with a postal auger, sometimes just with a shovel, along the edges of river streams, or little creek streams, I should say. Just wash all the light stuff away and kept the heavier stuff. Kind of a cold time of year to be panning. Some of that ice might look like diamonds. No, I wasn't even thinking of diamonds, just thinking about gold. I didn't have diamonds on my mind. See the little white particles, the little quartz. And I saved them all and put them in little envelopes, and I was going to get them crushed at the assay office. And it ended up that we found out later that they were diamonds. Now I've been looking for diamonds and I've been finding gold. It seems to be just the opposite. It's hard work, but there's lots of nice things about it. You know, you're in the different areas in the woods where you'll see little streams and creeks where normally nobody ever sees, and they're so beautiful, a lot of these little spots, and I know there's something people are missing that doesn't do this kind of work. I think more people should be involved. Get out there and look. I got started prospecting, I guess when I was about 7, 8 years old. I used to go in with my dad and pack stuff over the portage just I thought I was doing a lot of good. But, you know, I guess I was more in the way than helping, but that's how I started. I dug trenches and packed stuff over the portages and a little bit of everything. So I kept on, and then met other old prospectors, and they got me jobs with them. Hollinger Gold Mine, when I was about 14 years old, I worked with old John Richardson for a summer. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's interesting. You always think you're going to find a mother lode, like the old prospectors say. It was always a tradition in my family, as far back as I can remember, that they all were interested in finding any type of mineral, whether it was nickel. And I know my grandfather was in the Sudbury area when they first went through Sudbury and found nickel. And my dad, he followed up by finding gold in the Swayze area near Chapel and so on. And he'd done that all his life with prospect. I think it always will be somebody's prospect out of our family, because even my grandson now prospects, and he's only about 7, so he's out looking for different golds and different anything that shines. He's bringing it in, eh? So I guess it's going to be something that'll stay right in the family for as long as ever, I guess. Now, this is your #1 post at the northeast corner of a claim. And when you're supposed to have where you're writing facing the south. So this is you put #1 post. Then you put staked. By whoever's taking it. In this case, it's myself. You write your name, sign it, license number, D5438. I remember that number. A lot of things I forget nowadays. So that's how you start taking a claim. Younger guys are not too interested in prospects anymore because there's no incentive. I hope our government starts thinking of some incentive to give them, not to give them money, but to give them an incentive to make sure if they found something, to let them have $1 million tax-free or something like that, you know? And that is go over big, I think, in all the country. People start looking and spending a little of their own money, not government money. I don't think the government should hand out dollars, because a lot of the people that get the dollars don't deserve it. You know, they already got enough money. There's not much encouragement for young people nowadays. They hang around town, they don't want to go to the bush, and seem to get in trouble. If they get out in the bush, they wouldn't have time to get in trouble. Right? A lot of them, I think, would be surprised what they'd find. I still prefer looking for gold or base metals, because I know more what I'm doing. But diamond's new. It's a sort of it's something new, so naturally you're going to be interested in learning all you can about it. But there's so much to learn about it. There's just too much. And I think a lot of the geologists and that are finding that too, right? Because they don't know much about diamonds. Most people that I spoke to, they're just learning themselves. Because diamonds have never been looked for in Canada, not that much. Just in the last few years that they found them in the Northwest Territory, and it's starting to get interesting. Of course, there was rumors of them being found all over and through the states and through different states. And everybody assumed they come from the lowlands of James Bay. But now they're starting to find that maybe that's not so. They come from within right in this Waldo area. They feel there's a strong chance we'll find a diamond mine here. Hopefully we will. Maybe in a couple of years we might have people surprised. I'm picking at this rock here because it looks like it might be a kimberlite. And that's where they find diamonds in. So we don't let anything pass by when there's these little specks in here. We take samples and we get them checked over. That's why we never let anything go by it that's got that look to it. The specks in it. Companies take over when you can't afford it any longer. You try to make a deal because they got the money to spend on the properties. And it don't seem to hurt them because they got so much coming in all the time that they can afford to spend $1 million or $2 or $5 or $10 or $30 million on a property. Some of them, I think, just want to use the prospector. A lot of times they'll just want to find out where you found something and maybe move on and say, well, it's not worthwhile doing any more work, and they'll come back and grab it again. I mean, there is a little feeling there that they may pull one over on a prospector, and I know for sure that they did in the past. You know, that they'll, I guess when it comes to a mine, there's no friends. When it comes to ore, when they know there's a mine there, there's not really a friend there. They'll try to get everything they can at the least possible price. I don't like to say too much bad about them, but that happened. It happened to me with big companies. You got to keep a secret. That's for sure. That's important. You don't tell nobody where you find it or nobody that you're finding too much until you're pretty certain you got something. Then it's okay. But you keep quiet about it. I think finding the diamonds, at first I thought it was a real blessing, but then after I thought it was a real curse. I can't find any more of them. But now I think it's starting to get to be a blessing for the whole community. The whole of Wawa and anyone's interested in mining and prospecting around here, I think it's a real blessing. I think it's going to turn into something. If we don't find more diamonds, we'll find gold or we'll find something. Because we're going to look on the most unusual places where people never looked before. And I think there'll be drilling done in places where they never drilled for gold, and they may just stumble across something besides diamonds. As long as they keep on looking, there's a good chance. Come on, there. Come on. Let's go. You just don't seem to lose hope when you're looking for something. You know that's to be expected, but you're not going to, chances are you're not going to find anything. So you just keep trying until you do. I never lost hopes in trying to find something. I don't know why I'd say that, but I never lost hope. It just seems that you say tomorrow's going to be today, you know. The longer you try, the more chances you're going to be able to find something that's going to be worth something. I never lose hope. There's no reason to. I can't see any reason why a person would lose hope in looking for something. Even if you don't find something, it's out there, you give it a try. You give it the best shot,
Oh, gorgeous.
Sounds like it gets in your blood, eh? Once you've found one hit, once you've found one diamond out prospecting, you just can't give it up until you've gone out and found some more.
How old is he?
He's 65.
He's 65 years old.
Father of 6.
Runs a sawmill. What a character. What a character. Real hardy.
He's
real
found
hardy.
his calling.
You know, De Beers is in there, too.
Yeah.
The
diamond
multinational
company.
giant, yeah.
What's funny,
quietly mining in the area. Or looking
quietly
around.
not anymore.
Maybe
You
not
just
so
announced
quietly
it
now.
to, I mean, you don't think of Wawa ordinarily as being diamond central, but we'll have to keep an eye on it.
Right on.
Okay? We'll be right back after this short break.
Oh, you say that, don't you?
I do say that, yeah.